Hey YouTube, hi, welcome to Becoming Housewife. I'm gonna throw up my January 2018 budget for you all to see. We didn't quite save the full amount that we need for our baby delivery, but we did pretty dang awesome. I'm happy about it. I'm super pregnant. I'm due any day now, so you can tell. But yeah, I just want to show you where we're at. I have a little bit more peace of mind. I feel better than where we were in December. We still have to figure out how to pay for this baby delivery in cash, and hopefully we can get our budget together shortly here so that we can have a baby and not have to stress about the money. Okay, here is the January budget. My husband made $4,100. We had in January, there were a few holidays like New Year's Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so that's why he didn't make quite as much money. We kept, we didn't keep anything over. We did keep, we kept $1,200 over because the first of the month fell midweek and we had to pay our mortgage and car insurance at the beginning of the month. So at the end of December, we kept $1,200 so that when January rolled around, we would have that in there for our mortgage. Our supplemental income right here, we didn't have to borrow from our savings account this time around. We actually made a quite large Container Store return. We bought a shelving unit for a bathroom that flooded. A lot of the pieces didn't work for us, so we returned a lot of it. And then I also did some substitute teaching. I was a teacher last year, and I just had some friends that needed a substitute, and I went and subbed for them for a few days. And so I made about $100, and then our Container Store return was about $500. So with both of those plus a little change, that's where we got our $631.24 supplemental. And that was good because we put a lot of that supplemental towards our hospital fees because we are paying for our second baby out of cash. So for our regular expenses, our mortgage was the same amount, $798.05. Our car insurance, I didn't put it in green, but it looks like we paid 2 cents lower than projected. Not that huge of a exciting save there. Health insurance stayed the same. Cell phone coverage stayed the same. Our cable and internet went up about $22. Which is really frustrating. I don't feel like we need cable. My husband feels like we do, and seeing it go up just makes me feel like, hey, that is a great reason why we should get rid of it. I don't like having to call them. My husband said that he would call them. He hasn't yet, so we need to figure out why it went up in January. I don't want to pay that additional money. I feel like we could do what the rest of the world does and do Hulu and Amazon and all those other things and save way more money. But hopefully my husband and we can figure that out. Maybe we'll have a discussion, and if we really want to keep it, then we need to get that price lower. So we'll should check that out. Our Dominion energy bill. So around October, September, our energy was about $50. We've been keeping it quite warm in the house in January and December. It gets really cold in my son's room, and he's little. He's 10 months, and I would rather have the heat higher in the house so that it's, around 70 degrees in his room when he sleeps. And so that in the cold months brings our bill up about $60. I marked this in blue because it normally came out on the 20th of every month, but for some reason this came out of our account on the 12th. of this month, so I need to call them and figure out what our billing cycle due date really is. So that's just a reminder that we need to do that. Red is meaning that we paid more than expected. Green is that we paid less. Our water and electric went down. Our pet care, because my husband bought extra pet food last month, we only spent about $10.29 on some dog bones. Groceries went up about 15 cents. That's not bad. Tithes and offerings went up a little bit because we paid this remaining balance up here. That was like a check that we got right before December went into January, and so we just used his check and we put our tithes and offerings into January, so that's why that's higher. Prescriptions were higher. I need to call and figure out. I thought I knew how much my prescriptions were each month, but I am thinking that because last month was high and this month is high, I am thinking that maybe my prescription balance for the 2 medicines that I take is higher than the $66. So I need to call on my prescriptions and figure out exactly what I pay each month. Our car gas came to $108.06. I think my husband and I, when we first set out our budget last month, we said $90 would be the price that we spent about on gas. I think we need to up that to about $120 a month because I think we were unrealistic on how much gas we actually spend. Okay, this is the exciting part. This is our sinking funds. Our baby delivery, we wanted to put $500 away. This month we put $1,038.64, which brings our balance to $2,789.01. I need $3,000 to pay for my hospital fees. So we get paid on Friday, and today right now is Tuesday, January 30th. We get paid on Friday, and so I'm hoping that we can use that additional paycheck to bump this up at least to $3,000. Hopefully I don't have a baby before then. I just want to go into delivery knowing I have enough money to cover my delivery fees. Now, that being said, we have a goal of $4,000 in there because if I want an epidural, just for 1 hour of an epidural, it would cost $900. So if we don't get $4,000 in there, I'm gonna try my very hardest to not have an epidural, to have a regular birth without, maybe we'll take some pain medication or something. But women do it all the time. For me, it's worth that savings and not going into debt. So I'll do a recap and let you know if I ended up going for the epidural or not. We do have our emergency balance, or our emergency account. So if I need to go, if I just feel like I have to have that epidural, we can borrow from the emergency account. That probably could qualify as an emergency if I'm in a ton of pain, but at the same time, I would just like to save that money. So if we had it there, I think I'd use it, but since we don't really have it budgeted, I'm going to try hard to just have the baby naturally, as natural as I can. Home repairs, this is the first time that we've ever even put money into an account like this. We had to buy a piece of a frame for our bathroom door. Our bathroom right now is being renovated. But we put $100 in there, and then when my husband had to go get that piece for the door, we just took it out of this account instead of borrowing from our emergency fund. Our anniversary was this month, and we normally take a big anniversary trip, but because I was due any day, we just went out to dinner. We actually only spent like $30, but I borrowed some money from this sinking account to cover another account that needed extra money in it. And so that gives us a remainder of $145. Now, we kind of do traditional gifts, like the 4th anniversary gift is flowers. And so instead of my husband buying me really nice flowers, I said I would rather save that $145 and get something really nice for our yard, like a flower that could grow each year, and we could just kind of know that's our anniversary flower. And instead of having something that dies, we're gonna save it up for the spring, that money, and create a nice little yard area, have the money for good soil, a pot, whatever we need to make it really pretty. Family vacation fund. This is the first time we saved for a vacation specifically. We have $100 in there now. We put $100 in. Car repairs. We're starting that savings fund. I actually have a car repair that I need to do. My emissions were due in January, and not in January, they were due in November, and I haven't gotten them done yet because I didn't have money set aside to do them. I didn't know where the money was coming from. So I think I have enough money for the emissions test, and then once I get that done, then hopefully we can put an additional $100 in February so that I can pay for the sticker to renew my car. Our Christmas fund, we have $100 in there per month. I spent just under $25 on my Christmas clearance haul. If you go back, you can see where that money went, so that I got a bunch of things on clearance that we can use next year. So a little bit of money came out of that because I'm buying for Christmas already. Yard care, we have $100 in there because coming up in March, we have some people who take care of our yard, and I just want to save up some money so that when we have to buy things like fertilizer, and we have some grass that needs to be reseeded and just things like that, when March comes along, we'll have about $300 where we can hopefully buy all of the supplies that we need for our yard for the summer. Birthdays and holidays, $75 was put into that account. I spent about $10 of it on a birthday gift. It was actually for my dog. So, yeah, that's where some of that money went. Electronics, we set a budget of $25, and I think this is where I borrowed maybe from our anniversary account. I borrowed at least once and put $10 in here because our printer ran out of ink or is running out of ink, and so we just needed a little bit more in here to order the next cartridge. And so I have that set up in here, and then we'll order that in February. Clothing fund. My son is completely out of 18 months pajamas. He's 10 months, but he is wearing size 18 months. And so I had to buy him some clothes, and because I don't want a cold baby. We haven't started funding into our new baby's college fund yet because he's not born. And then our son Edwin, we put in $1,000 his first year towards his college fund, and we're just waiting until his birthday in March to start doing $834 a month, which will be like $100 a year, which isn't a lot, but when you consider compound interest for over the next 18 years before he goes to college, hopefully that will beef things up a little bit. It's kind of cool because in his 529? Anyway, in his college savings plan, we put that $1,000 in, and right now it already has grown $200. So I just am super excited to see how that compounds over 18 years. And even though it's not a ton that we're putting in each year at the moment, I think just having that started is going to be a great thing for when he is in college age, sure. Eating out, we budgeted $100. We have remaining $6.58. my husband's Mad Money. He didn't spend any of it. He has $58.63 left. I spent some of my Mad Money. I order books. I like reading. That's where a lot of my Mad Money goes. I got my Valentine's gift for my husband early because I don't know when I'm going to have this baby, and I don't know if I'm going to get out to go get that. And so I got him his Valentine's gift and a book. Date nights. We actually didn't go on a date this month. I took like $90 and I put it in our baby delivery fund. I think maybe one day we'll be able to spend $100 on a date night again, but at this point, with having a 10-month-old and being extremely pregnant, we are just not going on dates at this point of our lives, which is pretty sad. But I mean, we did go to our anniversary dinner, so that was good. I think that'll be a thing that happens in another season of time when we are able to have kids that are old enough that babysitters aren't hard to find, and we kind of feel more trusting. So all in all, our sinking fund last month had about $2,000 in it, and that was just in the baby delivery section. Right now we have $3,500, which means that we've set aside this is how much we set aside this month, is about $1,800, almost $1,900 actually, if we round up. And that is about half of this paycheck right here. And then we are saving again, like we did last time. This time, I'm only saving $1,100 because we just have been putting a lot of that money into that baby fund. And so $1,100, which our mortgage is due on Thursday, which is the 1st of February, as well as our our car insurance. And so that'll be about $800 that comes out. So I have about $200 right now this week to live off of, which I have already bought $75 of groceries, which will come out of the February budget. And that's about the only thing that I bought. So we'll have like $125 for this week. So this budget, I'm a lot more proud of it than I am my December budget. So this is our second month of keeping track of our finances. The way I set up my budget is I used Gazelle Intense's tutorial on how to set it up. I've modified and changed it a lot. February will look different, even more different. In their template, they had like a payment section and then like the total payment. So they'd kind of like put down or what they actually paid. But we just pay our total balance each month. And so I didn't really need to like have like what the payment should be and then what we paid. I just found that is a step that I didn't need to take because for sure we make enough money that we can cover our basic bills. And then whatever we put in our sinking funds, whatever we can manage in there, we'll just put that number in. And yeah, so this was exciting. This number is the one that I'm most excited about, is almost being to that $3,000 budget for a baby delivery. Hopefully we can put a little bit more in there if I do need that epidural. We'll see how that goes. I'll probably do a recap on why we had to pay everything out of pocket and how we did on that and what our total cost was for having a baby without insurance. So thanks for watching and have a great day.